Welcome to Ladylike Rejects, where we celebrate women who don't fit the mold and are better for it. I'm Bree Real, and this space is for real conversation, real life, and being proud of the parts that make us different. What's up, everybody? It is Bree Real, and we are on episode number 3. I don't think I've done anything that I was supposed to do 3 weeks in a row. This is impressive. So if you haven't listened to all 3, you best be going back and checking this out, but also listen to this one first. My name is Bree Real, and I am coming to you from my lovely Black Room studio. Good. Today's guest is someone who has quietly been a constant in my life for the last 3 years. Every 3 weeks, like clockwork, I lay on her table to get my lashes done. And somewhere along the way, she became so much more than my lash lady. Drie is a friend, a confidant, and honestly, a bit of a therapist. She's one of those people who holds space without judgment, who listens without trying to fix you, and who somehow always knows what you need, even when you don't. She's a single mom to 2 incredible kids, one of them being her son Jackson, who is autistic. Watching her navigate motherhood, advocacy, exhaustion, love, and strength has been nothing short of inspiring. Drie has been a bridge between my worlds, my personal life, my motherhood, my chaos, my healing, and she's someone who truly knows me. She supports me, challenges me, and shows up in ways that matter. Today we're talking about a connection, intuition, motherhood, resilience, and what it means to trust yourself when life doesn't come with a roadmap. I'm really excited for you to meet her the way I know her. Please help me welcome Drie. Oh, hi, Drie. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, how about I actually turn up the mic?
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Ladylike Rejects.
That was so fucking sweet.
Well, that's so fucking true. I just
have a feel.
absolutely adore having you. And I feel like I keep saying that because I adore everybody, but I really adore you and having you here.
I adore you.
So,
You, for me, it's funny because it's like, I definitely think you were a gift given to me. And like, I always tell Brandy, I'm like, I fucking love Bree. Anybody that I know that knows you, I'm like, I love her. I love her.
well, I love you too. And let's kind of talk about how our origin story came about, because I feel like it's pretty crazy, especially because we like prior to Brandy, so you got to watch episode 1, who Brandy is. No idea who Drie was whatsoever. Actually, I never even got my lashes done. I always wanted to, but never had the person.
I
to
feel
go
like
see it.
when you got sent to me, Brandy didn't even get her lashes done.
No, well, she had gone to see you, but
Yeah,
then
before.
I was like, oh, I had just won Samaritan of the Year, and I had a little extra pennies in my pocket, so I was like, I'm going to treat myself. So Brandy was like, you need to go see Drie. And at the same time, there was a whole lot of shit going on in my life. And so I went to see Drie, and she said, did Brandy warn you about me? And I said, I think so, yes. And she said, so do you want me to spill the tea? And I was like, yes, bitch, spill the tea. So what tea were you spilling on me?
So, I've been a lash tech since I was 21, I think is when I finished cosmetology school. But then when I was 25, so 4 years in, I became a clairvoyant, which means, depending on your religious belief, I can speak to those who are no longer with us anymore, whether that be family, friend, celebrity, pet, whatever, right? Or I'm just an excellent guesser.
She's really good.
Yeah. And so when I first got the gift, I quit doing lashes for a little bit because I was like, obviously, like, my calling is different. But then I realized that people were going to come get their lashes done way before they were going to come get a reading, because my gift is so taboo, right? Like, you don't know it's real until you experience it
Right.
yourself. And so, yeah, I always, like, whenever I get somebody for a full set, which is like a fresh set of lashes, and I'm with them for like 2 hours, because 9 times out of 10, somebody hasn't met somebody like me, their angels are going to take advantage of this situation and say their I love yous and their sorries and their, you made an impact in my life, you know?
Yep.
And so, yeah, which is kind of not a good blend with lashes, because like 9 times out of 10, I'm going to make somebody cry, or I'm crying. But yeah, I channeled, I just remember Jen for sure.
Jen was absolutely probably one of the biggest ones right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she had fairly recently, I feel like it was like fresh. It was very fresh. For those of you that don't know, Jen was a coworker of mine, and on Valentine's Day, she was tragically killed in a car accident. It was by far one of the worst days I've ever worked in the emergency room. She actually was not a patient of ours, but I was with my coworkers when we found out, and it was terrible. But with that being said, Jen wanted to be, she was an emergency room tech, but she also wanted to become a tattoo artist, and that was a dream that she was really trying to go after, and she was fucking good at it. I actually was really hoping to get some artwork from her, but that's fine, rude. But she really inspired me to kind of follow my heart and follow my dreams, and so I feel like it was about May time frame is when I came to see Drie, and then all of a sudden we started seeing a whole lot of connections between Drie and Jen. Not just Jen coming through,
Yeah.
but then we come to find out Jen's significant other had
Gotten a reading.
gotten a reading that Drie had no idea the actual connection between the two until it was like in the moment. And then Drie also started doing lashes in the exact same studio that Jen was starting. So, I mean, the correlation, the way that it all worked out was pretty insane. And it's
Even one of my friends before, like, I'd went to her house and I was channeling for her, and she was like talking about like her butt. And I didn't know why, but I think she has Jen's lips tattooed
on her butt. That's fucking amazing.
So, yeah. Yeah,
No,
she's
it's-
just everywhere.
She is
She's
everywhere.
everywhere.
And the thing is when she came through during the first lash session, she always carried her gun with her. It was a very weird, random situation that transpired to her death, but weeks prior somebody had said, you know, she always has a gun with her, but she didn't use it, and Drie had no idea, and she said that to me, and I was like, holy shit, how do you, like, not a whole lot of females carry guns with them.
That's why, like, people, like, especially now, it's 2026, people know about mediums or clairvoyance or whatever, but it's like, I'm not just like, did you have a grandfather with cancer? Right?
No,
like,
right.
I'm like, no, we call it, like, ungoogleable stuff.
But she didn't
But I don't
say
fucking know these people.
No. And,
You know?
okay, another crazy one that happened. This one was probably my favorite.
I don't know if you're talking about the one that I think you're talking about.
Okay, so we are at another place. The nail technician was doing some nails, and Drie asked her if she was pregnant or something.
I don't even remember.
Do you not remember this?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
And you said, because Drie, a lot of the stuff comes from her tattoos, and you can go into more depth, but Drie has a black cat, right?
Yeah.
And literally, before I came to the appointment, like, was leaving and found my daughter's cat dead underneath the couch, or underneath her bed. And she said, oh, it's so weird. I have this stabbing pain in my
In my kitty.
in my kitty. And I was like, I mean, Drie, and she's like, typically when it's there, that means that somebody's pregnant, right? Or something along those lines. I don't know what her link, but I was like, I just feel like it's important for me to say that before I got here, my
Not
cat
funny. Not funny.
It's
Not
not
funny.
funny, but it was funny. But I mean, now I can laugh
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
Beauty, R.I.P. But I was like, my daughter's cat is all black.
Yeah.
Was found underneath the bed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could sit there and be like, oh, Bree, you're a freaking idiot. That's just correlation. But at some point,
See, I don't even, and that's the thing, like that. It's hard to not talk shit about religion when I talk about my gift because it's why a lot of people are afraid of it.
yeah,
And to me, like, my gift is God given, like, for sure. Like, there's no way that these evil energies are like, okay, so demons are coming back to say, like, I love you and I'm sorry and thank you.
Right.
And okay.
that's a great way to think about it. Because I even told Tree, I was like, growing up, my family was very anti-clairvoyant, but at the same time, they would sit there and talk about apparitions.
Prophets
And
and
seeing
fucking-
ghosts
yeah.
and seeing things. And I'm like, well, what's the difference at the end of the day? And also, if anything, like I said before, it's like therapy. It's so nice to just walk away after you get your lashes done. You're looking hot, and you just feel good because that person that you love just like
And for me, I recently talked to this like really Christian guy for a period, but like, great. Like, Yeshua was the first ascended master to introduce himself to me. So like, typically I can dance that dance. But he spoke about how, because I was like, you can either like believe it or not, right? But I have reviews from people that have experienced it, you know. And he was like, but it's a lot of glory to you in these reviews, not to like a higher power. And I'm like, no. Like,
Yeah,
to me, I'm like, you don't know how many times I've like been like, Jesus is around you, you know, like I have umpteen things about that. But like, at the same time, like, it's never been a negative experience. And if anything, I feel like I'm showing people that God or something bigger than us is real.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I remember being young and being like, there has to be more than this. Like, what
Right.
the fuck is this? And then I got this gift, and like, I have had people get mad at me for sharing. One person, get mad at me for channeling his mother and his brother while he was, thank you, full circle, tattooing my fucking black cat. Okay? Okay? And so his mom and his brother came through, and I shared, and he was pissed. Like, he didn't tell me he was pissed, but the person that referred me to him, he was pissed. And fuck you, Frederick. Like, when are you ever gonna be able to hear from your mom and your brother with like specific messages of their cause of death, that they love you, that like, I couldn't imagine not having those core people around me. So like, yes, I might make people uncomfortable, but so what? That's what I'm here for.
And I appreciate it. That's all I have to say. What was that time that you realized? Like,
I thought I was schizophrenic.
well, I mean, you still could be, but let's follow up.
No, genuinely. Because it's like, but also, like, it's a stairway. It's not like God was like Santa bag and just fucking overwhelmed me, right? It was like, okay, so like I would hear these things, I guess, right, about burning house. And I'd be like, what do you mean? And I'd check all the plugs and stuff. And then I'm like laying in bed with my daughter that night, and we turn on the TV, and the scene is 8 Mile, Eminem and Brittany Murphy when they're setting that house on fire that was like the sexual abuser's house or whatever.
Right.
And that was the lesson of, like, I call it flip your bobber. Like, we just jump into fear so fast. Like, fear is just our first reaction, and it doesn't have to be. Like, something can be literal or figurative, right? So that's probably what I talked you through on my black cat. I was like, it could be
Yep.
You know, this
Yep.
or that.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, it was just, or like I walked in this guy's house. He gave me his house key. I opened the door and I hear Clarice, and I was like,
I'd shit my pants and run out.
I'm alone, right? Fuck no, I will fight air. Okay. And 2 hours later, he comes home. His friend's coming over. He like brings his guitar, and he's just this ray of sunshine. And he sits on the couch and he pulls out his guitar and he's like, "Her name's Clarice." And I was like, okay.
Because Clarice is a name that you say on a regular basis. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
But
Like,
it was
it's not.
I thought The Shining.
Right. Right.
Or whatever movie it is. I
Yeah.
think it's The Shining. And it wasn't. It was the name of this dude's guitar that was happy as a clam, you know?
It
So
was
it's like,
Silence of the Lambs. I just wanted to.
you're
just
right.
go ahead
You're
and-
right. You're right. Either way, childhood
I just
fucking
know
trauma.
from the trauma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being forced to watch
Forced.
that shit as a child. I'm like one of those
It
traumatizing
was
ass movies.
both are the only ones that I've seen. But also, I just remember, what did you see, Clarice? What did you say?
Yeah.
So that's fair. That's fair. So now that, how did you tie in your tattoos with your readings? Where, like, what ignited that?
I feel like, so I call them stock market thoughts, because you know when you like watch the news and
Right.
the thing just goes across the screen.
Right.
So that's like one of the things that I would like observe, and then how like you hear songs in your head. Everybody else just thinks it's just you picked it up somewhere. No,
Right.
I'm like, why in the fuck is NF playing in there? You know,
Right.
and so I like just started to sit back and observe, and so it would be through like music or thoughts, or so like I always say like sight is like, you know, when you see a shadow run out of the corner of your eye, or like a flash that isn't there, or words switch. You think it said banana, but it really said bathtub, right? Or sight, like you see something in your head, like we see shit in our head.
Right.
Or there's touch, like your heart hurts, or your like lungs, or headache. Or there's touch, like where people will be like, "This tattoo itches," and I'm like, "Well, what the fuck is it? What
Right.
is the tattoo of?"
Right.
And people just fucking give it some, like they're just take Advil, you know?
Right.
They're not looking at, like I was lashing and I was like, why in the fuck is my arm itching? Nothing is there. Or I'd be driving and I'm like, it's just observation. That's what I always say. It's like observation is my superpower. But once I realized that like my tattoos were talking to, I was like, okay, well, let me, instead of having to see a car accident or hear a song about a car accident or think I'm going to get in a fucking car accident. That was on the way here.
Oh,
So
nope,
interesting. Jen.
no.
No, Jen.
Oh, Jen. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and you see that, and I'm like, no, rebuke, no. And so instead of that, I have like a little slug bug tattoo on my arm, so they can like itch my tattoo, and I can be like, okay, car accident and or literal slug bug, right, or Volkswagen. But yeah, it just made it easier on me to be able to do it in line at the post office versus
Right.
when I'm in my safe zone. I could be a walking conduit, I guess.
It definitely, that's something that you have taught me, is to take the time to actually like acknowledge why those aches and pains are happening. Like, you know, it could be because you were working out, but at the same time, like,
How long
There-
have you been working out and it didn't fucking do anything?
exactly. Then all of
on
a sudden
one day,
twangs out, or
Yeah.
you know, it's. I
Yeah.
feel like it's your body telling you
sit
something.
your ass down.
Yeah, exactly. Something along those lines. So it's not that like investigator. Anyways, it's not that deep, but it's deep at the same
Yeah.
time. Like you.
It's either literal or figurative.
Exactly. Exactly.
My favorite time that I've ever channeled for you, that I can remember, is Bridgeman.
Bridgeman. Yeah.
He was my favorite.
Really, of all, because
I know.
there's been a lot.
I know.
There's a lot.
Because I love Jen, but I've channeled Jen in for lots of people in lots of different ways, right? And she's just kind of there, right?
Yeah.
But like, there's certain readings that make me like fucking, I feel it to my spine.
Yeah.
And that was one of them. And it was like an experience that happened to her kid. And even the other one was sad too, right?
Yeah.
But even that one, I feel like that one, there was an experience that happened to her son, and he had a panic attack.
Yep.
And for other people, they don't know why they have panic attacks, right? They usually just medicate.
Right.
But for me, when I used to think they were fake, I was like, get the fuck off the ground and take a breath.
Right.
And then I had one. And I was like, oh, okay, right? Like, this is very much real. Well, then, as I was walking up my staircase of life, I learned that when I feel that feeling, I am channeling somebody that knew their death was coming. So that means that they were either murdered and they like saw it, right? You have that 15 seconds of, I am about to die. Or a cow that's at a meat factory, right? Or even like one of those like car accidents where you can like see the tree coming, or you can see the car coming in your rearview mirror. And her son had this panic attack, about the situation that didn't even fucking happen.
No, it didn't. It was.
He was afraid it was going to happen.
Yeah. He had this this fear of hitting a tree with his car.
Yeah. And I was like, Bree, I know you don't want me to make everything woo-woo, but I'm gonna. When I have a panic attack, it's because I see, or I'm channeling somebody that sees their life flashing. That's what it is, right? It's pure fucking panic, dude. And she worked at the hospital, and she had just had a patient around her son's fucking age that wrapped his car around a tree.
Yep.
And I was like, and that's on channeling.
And that was like, I want to say that was like 3 days.
Before, yeah.
3 days
it was
prior. It was within a 72-hour period that those situations transpired. And
it was to show Bree, because I know I can do it, right? But it was to show Bree that it's not just me, right?
Yeah.
Like, God's within all of us, including your children, right?
Yep.
Because, like, he verbatim described what happened, like he felt exactly what I felt or would feel, right?
And those types of deaths, though common, are not that common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've never, I guess I was like, I've never insert Chris.
Yeah.
So I have known somebody that wrapped themselves, but that was a pole. It wasn't a tree.
Right. And
right?
Yeah.
And so, and that's the thing, like, yes, cancer is common, right? But typically spirit can identify where the cancer is.
Yes.
Or, right? Like, typically it's pretty specific and shit. I've been doing it for like 12 years now. So as I continue to go, my encyclopedia gets bigger,
Right. Well, and it also forces us to look at the bigger picture, like I said, and being aware of things in life. Like I notice in the years, like when I see something that's popping up more and more, like numbers, she's showed me numbers that are really, important to look at. Just the aches in your body, names that pop up a lot. Like right now, Randy and Randall have been popping up a lot for me. I'm just throwing that out there.
So I'm like, the first person I ever channeled, ever, died in Randall, Washington.
See?
But it also could be them just trying to show you RA.
Right.
So they will show you variations of RA. So it could be, I'm like, there's not very many RA names.
No.
But yeah, and typically, like, once you hear it, so like people Like, I've never had a dream. I guess I have. I say that I haven't. But I've never had a dream of somebody that's passed on where, like, I see them and I get to hug them and I know they're dead. And, like, I've never had that dream, right? So, like, I have people that I meet all the time that, like, dreamt of their grandma or whatever. I've never had those. Yes, I've had, like, my ex-husband will be like an avatar in my dream, right? But he's saving the world 15 feet from me, right? Like, he's not participating. We don't know he's dead. I saw Mac Miller for like 0.8 and he was like holding his hair up and he's like, look how long my hair got. And then I woke up. But that doesn't fucking count.
Yeah.
But there's so many people that lay on my table, think they're just, and then they meet me and they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm experiencing the same thing. Or like, I show them how to hear, right? Like, I don't want to be anybody's fucking guru. I want you to be able to hear you, you know?
Yeah. No, and I also think that there's like a huge correlation between things also. Like, something that was really big for me is working in the ER. I loved it. It was my passion, taking care of people. But I know I was getting burnout, and I knew that and I've told Drie this millions of times, for myself, I can do 2 things really good, or I can do 500 things terrible, and it's not great. And so I made the decision. I was like, okay, I really am passionate about comedy. I am really passionate about my job, but comedy makes me so much happier. And so I set a goal for myself at the end of August of this year, or 2025. I was like, okay, I have the opportunity where I could go to nursing school, but that still, it doesn't feel great. And I know that if I do that, I have to step away from comedy. To be a good comedian, you have to be present. And if you are not, you will be forgotten really fast. And so I remember going, and I told myself, I am going to, if August is successful, I will know my path. And I will never forget, this is a huge thing for me. First off, I was starting to book more shows. I also had a festival for Nate Jackson's for his birthday. We had this festival, and who did they invite? Freaking Noble Studios. And there's Drie there. Also, I have always been thinking about doing a
And
tattoo.
mind you, 2 of us out of like 11 went.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2 people.
Yeah.
And how many freaking tattoo shops are in Tacoma? There's so many. But Noble Studios was there. And I had been drawing during the week, drawing a microphone, because that was what I wanted to get for a tattoo. And it just so happened I walked up to see Drie, and they had the flash tattoos, and there was the microphone, almost to a T of the microphone that I was drawing on my notebook during the festival. And I got it. Well, first, Rachel Afjay got it first. She wants me to say that. I got it. She got it. Nate Jackson got it. And while I was sitting there getting it, it didn't take long, but I sat there and I was like, Drie is here. I'm under a tent of the studio that Jen Staley was building. You know, Rachel is there. Like, my whole world all of a sudden collided in that moment. And I was like, the universe is telling me that this is the path that I need to go down. And I'm, only a couple months into it, but I'm absolutely...
Not only that, like, seeing you perform at the Taste, like, you were so fucking good. Like, sorry for anybody else that performed.
It was...
It was like, hospital, flatline, breathe. And it was just like...
It's so much better.
I don't remember, I won't say that, but I don't remember if... the little one was after that one. It was same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That was also
You're so impressive.
there. Oh, thank you.
That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
And I absolutely love it. And it's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what you're supposed to do. Like, I always I'm like, plug. So I'm starting a podcast here too. So you'll
Yes,
see
she
the
is.
same fucking background.
And you'll see this one there too.
And yeah. And it's called Living the Dream. But my name is Drie. So it's Drie with an apostrophe M.
I love it.
And
Absolutely. Cool.
I want to invite guests. She will be guest number 1 on to that talk about like living their dream, like that quit doing the corporate shit to do the other shit, you know, and like what we're here to do, right? Like even if it's fucking scary, like part of the reason why I was late, me and my daughter were boohooing because it's scary right now to be a single mom. And I was like, no, like the other day, I saw my sign for don't worry about money. So therefore, we're not going to worry about money, you know? And like, it's what you have to do. Like, you just have to trust.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, from the get-go, when I started getting my lashes with Drie, she was the one that was like, bitch, you don't need the hospital anymore.
Fuck
like,
the hospital.
And I'm like, no, Drie, you don't understand. Like, I love it. I love it. And she's like, oh, that's cute. No. Like, she was very supportive, but also...
Just because, there was so much margarine.
Right.
Margarine means not butter. It's like life's illusion of life, right? But it's like roadblock, roadblock, roadblock. And I'm like, no, fuck that. Like... And I feel like that's why you got that. And that's why I was like, create a fucking bucket list. And you've slayed it.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Yep. Absolutely. I think I'm just knocking stuff off of my bucket list, and I make sure I do it and have those intentions. And even when it doesn't feel good, or that I wouldn't say I still go with my gut feeling. Absolutely. I don't turn away from it. But at the same time, I follow my gut more than I follow my mind. Because my mind tries to terrify the shit out of me. And
Same.
a lot of it, it's like, Drie's like, no, listen to your body, listen to it. And sure
even
enough,
when we don't listen and we do what we weren't going to do, then after your head/body will show you, now see,
yeah, exactly.
this is why I fucking told you. And I'm like, you right. So it's like, that's part of it, right? Is like learning. And that's what I told Kaya this morning. I'm like, I get it's hard. I know it feels like life has its fucking hand around our neck. But at the same time, if you stop looking at those things and start looking at the good things, and I know that's so fucking cliche, but like, even we live in like a downtown city area, right? So like our windows are like overlooking the poverty. So, like, very much different, right? Like, and yes, it feels scary, but it can always be worse. So it's like, as long as you're just doing what you're meant to do and following, like, what makes your body feel good and, like, where your green lights are. And I feel like you've been getting green lights for comedy for a really long time.
A really long time. And there's been some red lights, but there's a reason why the red light. Great example was I tried to get into Seattle International Comedy Competition. I got denied. I was sad. It was a little kick to the little old vagina. But and then all of a sudden the opportunity came up to go to Austin. And to be quite honest, I feel like that experience was way more fulfilling by going to Austin than it was, so, you just have to trust the process, which they always say, but it's true. Absolutely true.
Yeah, I feel like even, because that's, if you look at no matter what you're going through, even if I'm like experiencing a sign or whatever, like, as long, why is this, why? That fucking why. If you're just asking why, like if things are quiet right now, it's because it's supposed to be quiet. Like, if it's quiet for you, it's because you need time to write jokes. Right? It's like, which you need to do. So like, if you just bring yourself back to the moment and say, why is this happening? Like even the fucking car accident thing. My like, I'm gonna speak in girl. My clicker dicker. to shift my
Or shifter.
automatic, but
Or
it's
shifter.
not. 'Cause
It is a shifter.
is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's a shifter.
So when I click it, it clicks in my dash. It never has it fucking ever clicked in my dash. And then today it was like, I'm driving and this billboard's like, car accident. And I'm like, no. I'm like, is that why my car's messing up? So like it's keeping me away from being in a car accident, right? Like first fear thought, of course.
Right.
No, Jen.
Yep.
Just Jen.
Yep.
You know? And it's like, but that's how I'll receive my sign. So it's like you just have to like see whatever is being said and like file it away until you find the answer. If there's a worry attachment to it, it hasn't been fucking answered, you know?
Yep.
Like you'll know when you get an answer.
Well, and I think that also something Drie is very convinced about is us winning the lotto. Well,
Yeah.
but I'm almost feeling like multiple people.
Yeah.
But I am starting to think that it's not so much the lotto itself. I truly believe that it is a door is opening, if that makes sense. So for me, around the time when I started doing comedy, I had gotten the lotto ticket. We had talked about it. I was like, okay, this is how I'm going to get my numbers, da-da-da-da. That day, it was a day that was lotto ticket, and then also the day that I was supposed to find out if I was going to get selected for the open mics at Tacoma Comedy Club.
Literal or figurative.
Exactly. And that
Always.
day was, I was like, okay, this is going to be a great day. I'm going to win the lotto, and I was going to have my cake and eat it too.
Period. As we should.
So, yeah, exactly. But no, it wasn't that. It was that door of comedy had opened up for me, and I had won the lotto of coming in and doing something amazing. And the thing is originally I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But talking to the people that are doing the list for the comedy, there's hundreds of people that apply to do just a monthly comedy show or open mic, and I was selected to do that. So
that is a lotto.
yeah,
Right? So it's
that
like,
is the lotto.
But yeah, so I will get, you can't get attached to like, it's like, it's a stream, right?
Right.
Like a stock market thought, right? So like I have this sign for like money. So I have a person for money. I have a person for love in my head, right? So like Charlie Hunnam is money with his like little handlebar stash, right? And his little fucking, what is that fucking?
Fedora? No.
No.
The ball?
Peaky Blinders. Thank you. God damn it.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders. That's what she was looking
Peaky
for.
Blinders hat.
Just so you know, I'll have a picture of that when I edit it of what she's talking about.
And so that's who money is for me. And so when it's a good day for money, I will see CMH on a license plate. And even when you were like, I want my cake and eat it too, I'm like, watch license plates. License plates will say CAK. And I'm like, cake, it means like a celebration is coming. Or
like
disco balls. That's another sign for like a celebration. But yeah, it will say CMH because his name's Charlie Matthew Hunnam. And that means it's a good day for money. And if it's a funny day for money, they'll say CHM. So they'll like scramble the letters, and then I'm like, fuck. So that means like it's going to be more of a spending day than a receiving day.
Okay.
So like, yeah, whenever I see like Willy Wonka or the Golden Ticket, it's a lottery day.
Yeah.
But it could be like what you said.
Right. It's not
No.
specifically
No.
the lottery,
It means
even though technically
shoot your fucking shot.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Throw it out there. Throw it out there, and it will come back to you in a way that you're not prepared for. And, now I'm without my job, but I'm sitting here talking to you in my black room, and it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
I know you don't have a lot of time, but I'm doing this thing called The Artist Way, and it's this like 12-week book challenge, and it like evokes creativity from you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
I already yelled at you about this.
Yep.
And I really fucking feel like you should do it.
I'm going to.
Because like this, each week you have to do like an artist date, and you have to like feed your creativity. This is that.
Yep.
you know? So, like, yeah, I feel like you should, it would evoke those things.
And
if
how
you have,
basically lay it all out, because
I'm only in week 1, so it's a 12-week challenge. So the intro is like, hey, we're about to turn up your fucking creativity. Get ready. And then you have to do these things called morning pages. And so every day you have to write 3 pages. I do, but I'm like, hey, God. And I just 3 pages of this is what's going on. Fuck, I'm scared. This is great. Love you. Bye. Right. And she's like, I really need to write jokes. And I'm like, then do that. Get up, have your fucking coffee, and just fresh brain, give me funny, right?
Yeah.
And channel your funny, right? The first thing in the day. And then the second thing that you have to do during the week is take yourself on an artist date. So and this is just week 1. And then week 1 will give you like prompts or like things, shadow work essentially, that you have to go through. And then week 2, you have to continue your morning pages and you have to continue your artist date. I do not go fucking anywhere. So like making me go, and you can't bring your kids, you can't bring your partner, you can't bring your friends. So like you have to go somewhere without anybody, be like, okay, I'm here. What do I do? You know? But yeah, it gets you doing things that you like don't normally do.
I think that's important,
And
especially
we
as
all
moms.
we all get people like the lazy river of life, right? We like knowing what's going to happen, but if you're like already declaring to the universe how your fucking day is going to go, you're leaving very much little room for sparkles and floof,
Right.
you know?
And even sitting here, I was like, okay, so when can I fit myself into writing 3 pages? And I was like, morning, no. But at night, I can.
Right.
So there, I mean,
so
you
today, I
realistically,
didn't write them this morning, but even yesterday, I did evening pages.
yeah.
And I'm like, hey, Mabby,
realistically,
do what you need to do. Just do it.
it's less time. I mean, honestly, I'm on TikTok so much, doom
Amen.
scrolling, that,
Yeah.
you know, I probably could be doing something a little better than giving myself anxiety.
But even that,
Watching
so like
things.
reflecting, I'll be like, I'll watch TikTok in TikTok time. The other day, I was like, I should get up. An hour and a half passed.
I know.
And I was like, what have you learned?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Get the fuck off.
I'm now a ball
I've
of
cried about some
anxiety.
prison fucking releases and some haven't seen him in 4 fucking years. And I'm like, okay.
Or that moment where you're like on Instagram, you click on a video, and then you've scrolled through, and then when you pop back, you're like, oh my God, that was where it got me.
Yeah.
And that was 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
time management. And like right now, shit's so expensive, and like I choose to be hippy dippy. So like my milk is like $16.50 a gallon.
She's talking about from like a cow, not her personal milk. I just want that noted.
And
She's not selling breast milk.
no, yeah. And like just organic stuff is just so fucking crazy right now.
So
and
crazy.
I can't maintain it. I'm like doing 50-50. Like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
But also, like, it's so bad out here. We're getting raw dogged by the fucking government.
Yes,
so
we are.
Like, we're just out here doing our best. And, like, that's what I told Kai. I'm like, we're all trying.
Yep. It's going to work out in the end. I mean, it has to.
It always has. When has it not?
Yeah. It just is reminding you to watch your P's and Q's, but at the same time, you got to live your life, because there's a lot to live in your life. Absolutely. Now, I do have a question, though, and I said I kind of lied to you because I said I didn't.
It's okay.
Wasn't going to ask these questions, but I kind of want to know, as a little Drie, what did you want to be when you grew up? Because obviously you weren't like
the only question I liked. Because I have it. It's an easy answer for me. And as you guys see, I answer everything really fucking long. So this one, I remember like being young. Must have been before 5.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, I can't fucking wait until I'm old enough to sell lemonade on the side of the road. Like, just to have that like autonomy to make money. Like, she's been an entrepreneur since been an entrepreneur.
Oh, okay. I was like, really? You wanted to make lemonade? Like, did you have a good recipe for lemonade?
No.
You were just trying. You were like,
I
you
had
were
a
gonna.
business plan, right?
She was gonna work the corner.
And I don't think I ever did it, honestly. Like, she was gonna work the corner. Like, my dad had a. This sounds really. No, you have a pool, so it's fine. My dad had a pool because we lived in Arizona, and I would like steal his pool rocks and like dip them in the pool and sell them back to him. I'm like, look at this pretty rich rock. You buy this ranchia, and you can get your wishes granted, right? So it's like, and yeah, he bought them for his pool. He knows they're pretty, you know? But no, and like even people, how long have you worked at the same place?
The longest I actually 10 years.
Crazy. I don't know if I've made it a year, and I'm 36. I don't know if I've ever made it a year working for somebody else.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not, I've also been a single mom since I was 18. So, like, since I could have a job outside of fast fucking food, I've been a sole proprietor for a child, now 2. But it just wasn't realistic to, like, and, like, yeah, I guess when I, like, went through cosmetology school, I saw my kid for 4 hours a day. And, like, yes, I was with her more because she slept in my house. But, like, it was morning, breakfast, drop off, at daycare, the max capacity so I could work and go to school, pick her up, bed, bath, you know, dinner.
Right.
That's it. And it was like 4 hours a day. But because I did that, that's what, you know, made me be able to provide for her through all those years. And because she was so young, it's kind of like a blur. And I remember, like, when I was done with school, she, like, ran up to me and she was like, I'm so proud of you. And I don't know if my boyfriend at the time told her to say that or if it was just, like,
But it worked.
natural. But it was like, okay, like, I did this for a reason. But now I'm like, no offense to daycare workers, but there's a 98% chance that they fucking hate their job.
Oh, yeah.
And
100%.
you know what I'm not going to do is send my children to a collective of people that don't want to be there and don't speak to them nicely. And, like, I would see, like, I'd walk up and Kaya would be getting smacked at daycare. And then she'd smack her back. And I'm like, you didn't even see. Those kids were just fighting. And you didn't even notice, you know. So, no, I've just always been an entrepreneur. Always.
That's awesome.
Disney princess, tattoos got in the way. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
What did
I
you
love
want to
that.
be?
I wanted to be a lawyer, but something that I also wanted to be, and it's really like I'm realizing more and more now, is I wanted to be a DJ.
Oh, we talked about this
we
because
talked
of the
about
book.
this.
Yeah.
No, I remember as a kid, I was an only child until I was 16. When I had my boom box, I had a microphone, and I would pretend that I was sitting there hitting
With her
music
little fucking
and
fruit
doing,
and boop,
and I was
doing what
just-
she's
and I was
doing
like,
now.
doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And that's because I remember going to take your daughter to work day with my mom, and we went to the ICU in Valley, and that was well before HIPAA, and I remember sitting there going, ugh, I think this job is really boring.
Oh,
Like,
interesting.
I definitely I wanted to be a DJ, and then I did want to be like a firefighter, which I was a firefighter. Also, I got my volunteer firefighter-ness on, but at the end of the day, this is a lot less violent, so I do really enjoy this. So I have mentioned it the other 2 times, but when I started doing foster care, there was a family. This lady, she had fostered so many children, well known within the community. And I met her and I said, oh my gosh, you are an absolute legend. And she looked at me and said, I hope that when I take my last breath, I am not a legend, but I leave a legacy. And that made me like take pause. And I was like, oh, I guess legendary status is awesome, but legacy status is also awesome. So at the end of the day, when you take your last breath, would you want to leave as a legend or do you want to leave a legacy?
I'm here to do both. And I'll explain why. Because for me, and this could just be my tism literal, right? For me, legacy means leaving a foundation which carries on, right? Like takes care of my kids' kids, right? Right? Like, right?
Yeah.
It's like something that like continues to go after you, right? Priority, right? That's goal. I've been working towards this same fucking mountain for like 11 years. And still going, right? And it's funny because I even told myself, like, if I haven't done it in 10 years, I'm giving up. And now we're 11 going into 12. And which is fine. But also, I always tell people, like, whenever I say, like, what do you do for a living? What I'm really saying is, are you here making a difference or are you a muggle? And so, like, you working in the hospital, right? Like, even though it was, like, hard work, like, you were still here making a difference, right? Comedy. We live in a dusty, crusty part of the world right now. And, like, making people laugh is so fucking important right now.
So important.
So, like, you're making an impact on people's life, right? And even lashes, right? Even when I was a mouth-breathing muggle, unaware that God was real. I did it because I wanted hair and makeup and lashes. I did it to make women feel beautiful. And then with channeling, right? Like, so many times, my dad died. I did not get a goodbye, right?
Right.
So many people, don't you dare cry. That's what I'm telling myself to pull it together. So many people we don't get a goodbye to. And, or like, we don't know that like one time I channeled this, she was a bank teller. And there was this old man that always came to see her, right? And she was like his favorite customer. Right. And he died, and he just stopped coming. And so I channeled him, and he just wanted to say, like, she was also his favorite part, right? And, like, so many times, like, we don't get to say that. And I'm glad that I do, whether they fucking receive it or not. Obviously, like, Bree's bringing up shit that the cat, I didn't even remember the cat, right? I just hear, and I'm like, yes, okay. Like, as long as, like, I'm not a blind obedient, right? Like, if God's like, throw that bucket into the Mia. No. Right? But if we're talking if I'm getting poked and we're talking black cats, why not share it?
Right.
You know, what does it, worst case, what? They say no. Just like I've impacted thousands of people with channeling, I've also had thousands of people be like, no, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. It's just somebody for later, you know?
And then, that's the other thing that I will
File
say.
it away.
Like,
yeah.
you
It
know,
always
Bree will
answers.
be like, what about, is there a name like Bob? Da, 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 da. And then I'll be like, no, what are you talking about? I will be driving home, and then all of a sudden it's like, wham! And, like, and it hits me, and I'm like, oh my God, I know exactly what you were talking about. So,
Even
I get it.
one of Kaya's best friends, and this is like, she was, so my best friend, when I went woo-woo, like went from not woo-woo to woo-woo. All my friends wrote me like intervention letters. They thought I was possessed. Like, they were like, who in the fuck is she, right? Well, this was her child at the time. Well, now that child is old enough to hang out with me, and she's over 18, and she comes over and I do her lashes, and she hangs out with my kid and whatever. And I had channeled for her twice, and it was like spot on, like shit I didn't even know about, like just her family. And then this last time I was like, do you have a Bill or a William? She was like, no. And I like ego kick crotch, and I'm like, I've been spot on. Why now is this wrong? And then she comes back 2 weeks later, and she's like, I'm talking to a boy. His name's William. And I'm like, I fucking told you. I fucking told you. So it's like, it's not always dead. Sometimes it's prophecy.
Right. Absolutely. I love it.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. That's where we come to the next part of this podcast, where if I never get the chance to say, and actually you had a great way of putting it, but this is where I get a chance to tell people how I truly feel, because I've learned in the emergency room and just in life that life is out really fast. And so this is where I get a chance to actually tell you how much I absolutely appreciate you. That you have become so much in my life. You have grounded me so many times, slapped me when I needed to be slapped, and I am so grateful for you to be alongside my path and be supporting me. So thank you, and I love you.
And Bree has a secret talent, speaking of firefighters, and which just come like a percentage more fine than the rest of the fucking population. And
But she's calling me fine right now.
she
That's
has,
fine, that's fine.
but she has a secret talent for secret squirrel. Like, you give her a task and she can find it.
That's true.
And you have helped me just as much. Like, I will give her a task and she'll be like, boom, wedding ring. It's married. And I'm like, great. Okay, never mind. Right. So it's like no, you're great too. And even fuck. Yes, good memory. See? Okay, don't. Drie. I'm like my dad. I'm like, cool, ex-husband. When my ex died, motherfucker, all I got was red and Charlie and cheese. Cheese, Charlie, and red. And that was like the three things that were going the morning that he passed. And I got a call from his partner, and she was like, we can't find him. And and she was like, he was driving the bike he got from Charlie. And I was like, oh, no. Okay. The bike was red. And I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do when you can't find somebody?
You reach out to cheese.
You call Bree. And I called Bree, and I was like, I can't. What? And she was like, okay, friend, this is what you need to do. And she calmly told me how I needed to locate my ex-husband. And so it's like, yes, when like big shit has happened, right? Like, you've been along my river bend too. So I'm grateful for you to have knowledge that I don't have, you know?
Well, I appreciate that. And it's true though, like that I wouldn't be here where I'm at in life if it weren't for you, and also like just supporting each other and everything else. It just means the world to me that I'm able to support you in that way.
Same. I feel like people don't last in my life if they lazy river. And I feel like since I've met you, you've never been a lazy river ass bitch. You've always been climbing.
Yep.
You know? Like,
Well,
even
And honestly,
God, even
I don't even wear makeup. And I can't even. The last time I got my hair cut was a year ago. The only person that can get me to actually sit for a full hour is, and I look forward to going to my appointments. Like, there's never been a time that I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I have, even when I had to drive out to Tumwater to you, like, I didn't mind because it was a Sunday morning and I was driving on my own, and then I would be able to reflect on what we talked about on my way home. Like, I've never felt like getting my lashes done were a terrible time, because it is like going through therapy, and it's cheaper than therapy.
Yeah. I feel it. Yeah, same. I feel like you've always given me the space. That's true, though. Spirit doesn't talk shit about her husband. So, because that's
true.
That's a quick way to fuck up a friendship.
Yeah, that's real fast.
But no, Spirit likes Tim. So, Tim doesn't get talked about. And that always works. But when women are out here choosing fuck-ass men, Spirit will tell them, you know?
Yep.
But thank you for always allowing me to be me and weird, like, since opening. You know?
Yep. Nope. I don't like. I feel like we have continually seen each other every 3 weeks. I think there's only been one time where I went to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But every 3 weeks, and I adore it.
Like cockwork.
Yep, like cockwork. I'm going to keep that one in there. All right. So now we come to my next favorite phase of the show. Reject by fire. This is where I will give you 2 options to pick. You have to choose the one you reject.
Okay, that I do not want.
Do not want.
Okay,
And we're throwing that bitch in the fire.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's a bitch.
Okay.
And you cannot explain why you chose that option.
Okay.
All right? Now, don't judge these things because I'm hoping that when people are actually listening to things, they'll go on and be like, Rich, you could do better than that and put better things. But this is what ChatGPT, Bree, and her family came up with. So are you ready?
Yes.
Early mornings or late nights?
Late nights.
Coffee first or human interaction first?
Oh, coffee. Oh, no. Hold on. Fucking this. That's what I meant. Yeah. No, coffee first.
Planner or chaos?
Chaos.
You're rejecting chaos.
Yeah.
Okay. Clean as you go or panic clean?
Clean as I go.
Yeah, same. Podcast or music? Oh, I do this.
Affirmation. Neither.
Okay.
I guess music. No. Podcast is what I'm throwing.
Okay. Reply immediately or think about it for 3 days?
Think about it for 3 days.
Shoes on or barefoot at home?
Shoes on.
And alone time or background noise?
There's a background. Or no, alone time. Fuck that.
All right.
Yeah.
And you survived the reject by fire.
No,
You
those
did
aren't
really
bad.
good. You did good.
Yeah, you're right. They are like, you want to pick what you choose, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Ellen game.
Yeah.
I
'cause
want
you
to
have
press
be
the
fast.
button.
Yeah.
But like, no. I'm like,
All right. Now, the final phase of this lovely podcast, we come to the reject of the week. This is the part of the show where we acknowledge a true ladylike reject, a woman who's doing things her own way, even when it doesn't fit the mold. This week's reject of the week, due to the connection and everything else that we have going on, is Jennifer Staley. She was a huge impact. She was an Army veteran. She was an ER tech, and she was just an all-around badass that was pursuing her dream of becoming a tattoo artist. Unfortunately, she was killed in a car accident on Valentine's Day in 2022. Yes, 2022. And in honor of Jen Staley, she was very passionate about her sister and donating blood. So Ladylike Rejects will be donating $50 to the Cascade Blood Bank for the honor of Jennifer Staley. So thank you, Jen. Wherever you are, I know you're hanging out with us, but
she's right here.
she's a true beast. And that comes to the end of my podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for sharing your woo-woo-ness. And I feel like it was a good
Can't wait
good
to have you
episode.
on mine.
I can't wait to be on yours. She's going to be starting her recording in March along with everybody else. I also would like to mention this art on the wall is Brandy LaPointe art. If you really enjoy it, and she's so amazing. The funny thing is so when I was making Brandy's episode, I was going through all of her art pieces and to put to with her show, and I was like, okay, I have that piece. Drie has that piece. I have that piece. Drie has that.
I know. I love it. And like, so my son, he's what is
pure.
it? Not nonverbal. What is it? Non-speaking. What do they
He's
call it?
nonverbal.
No, because I feel like he says some things.
No, he's nonverbal.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not.
But he loves Brandy's art. Like he knows like that she's made it, and he'll like crash out about like trying to get it off the wall. And I'm like, no, you are not getting the moons. It's not happening. But no, there's definitely magic in it. She's so
She's
so
absolutely amazing. And these pieces are for sale. The exact pieces, this one that I'm touching, when you purchase it, my fingerprints may or may not be on there when you receive it. I might wipe them off. I don't know. But go to brandylapointeart.com. And thank you, Brandy, for sponsoring Ladylike Rejects. And we will have our next episode will be on next Sunday, dropping, and I don't know what day of the week that is, but it's going to be amazing. So listen, follow, subscribe. Don't be a bitch. All right. And in true fashion, remember, stay real, stay rejected, and we'll see you next time.